Hello everyone. The next project is the UPI fraud detection by using the machine learning. So first you will have to install this library, import pandas, numpy, matplotlib and seaborn. These both are used for the visualization. Then where module where I am using the random forest classifier and logistic regression and training and testing. Then using the matrix from sklearn dot matrix import confusion matrix classification report and accuracy. The second one is the data set. So this is the first we run this library. It's working now. This is the data set path df pd.read underscore csv. Then this is the data set path. So data set name is the UPI transaction dot csv and df dot head. I will mention in the description box this data set. So this is the data set where these are the column transaction ID, timestamp, sender name, sender UPI ID, receiver name, receiver UPI ID, amount, and status. If the person got the amount, it means success or otherwise fail. The next one is the shape. How many rows and columns are there? So 1000 columns and 1000 is the row and 8 column. Now information, the data type information, the column name is all are the object only. One is the float types amount. So first we convert all these column because these are the object type. First is the timestamp. Df timestamp equal pd dot to numeric and pd dot to date and time because I am convert into numeric value date and time, and df then again pass the timestamp column name and print the data types after converting this column. So it show the timestamp integer, it convert the timestamp into integer 64. The next one is the transaction. Same thing is the transaction ID because transaction ID there is the use of hyphen, and this is use hyphen a alphanumeric this type of. So first we remove all these value. So this one is the remove hyphen and convert into hexadecimal to integer. Okay, so df transaction ID column name, then again df transaction dot apply because apply and lambda x, then integer x dot replace which we want to replace, remove this one, replace hyphen, and 16 stand for the because I am using the hexadecimal. Hexadecimal is data types of 16, and df dot head. Now so it remove all the string word and hyphen. First we use the df sender UPI ID equal df, then sender UPI ID dot type string dot replace r d, then plus and single inverted comma and regular expression equal true. So s type and this convert the data frame column to string data types, and string dot replace is it work as a operation to each element, or R is stand for the row string when we working on the regular expression, and D match any character that is not digital, like a 0 to 9, and plus use for the, it also match the one or more non-digital character, and single inverted comma, it is mainly used for the string or all alphanumeric character or digit character are replaced. So if we run, it's working. Now the next one is df.head. So you can see under UPI, so it removed the at the rate and axis, all it remove it. The same thing is the receiver UPI ID, because both are the same, have column values. So DF receiver UPI ID equal receiver UPI ID column name S type string dot replace, and then RD backslash D plus and regular expression equal to, it's working. Now it also working. So you can see the, it also convert UPI ID, it remove the at the rate. Now the status is a column name. The, the status column value is the categorical fail or success. So first we converted df status equal df status dot replace, is a replace function is used for the categorical data fail, where I pass the 0 and success equal 1. So df dot head, so you can see the status, this is the 0 1 1 0 fail and 1 stand for the success. Now we count the value, how much the fail and success value. So there is 1 stand for the success 502 and 0 is 498. Next is the, where I am using the pair plot SNS dot pair plot, where pass the data equal DF and hue equal amount. So this is the pair plot where it show the transaction ID, timestamp, okay, and this is the amount light pink represent if you send the 2000, then little bit for pink is 4000, and then 6000, and black stand for the 8000. So this is the pair plot, this is the this represent status, it also give the status value and timestamp and transaction ID. We drop the sender name and receiver name because there is no need to this one. So df dot drop, where we pass the sender name is a column and receiver name axis equal 1, it means column name axis represent for the column, and in place equal 2. So you, so this remove the column both. Now feature and values, df equal df dot drop, which we want to drop status axis equal 1 and y equal status, then y. Now training and testing, x train x test, y train y test equal train and test split x and y, test size equal 0 point 2 is it means that 80% is the training data and 20% is the testing data, and random is state it start from the zero. Now module. So LR represent for the logistic regression, equal logistic regression LR dot fit, which we want to fit X train and Y train. So it show the logistic regression, then predict the value. So this is the variable name y predict equal LR is a method name logistic regression dot predict, which we want to predict X data, X test data, and print the Y predicts. So it shows the X test data in array format. Now check the accuracy, how much the accuracy and confusion metric and classification report. So accuracy is a 0.48, confusion matrix is 96 and 104, and both are the zero. It looked like. And classification report. So these are the accuracy. It gives the accuracy 0.48, macro average, and FI score 65. Then the next model is the random forest classifier. Sorry. So RFC is a method name. So you can use anything where I pass the random forest classifier and an estimator is equal 100. You can use more than more parameters. I am using the only one parameter, and RFC dot fit, which we want to fit X train and Y train. So it show the random forest classifier. Now predict same is the Y predict, where I pass the RFC is the method variable name predict X test and print. So it give the 1000. This is the X data in array format. Now check the accuracy, how much accuracy it give the 0.353, and the logistic regression is the 0.48. Now classification report. So same thing is a 0. F1 score, and this is the accuracy is a it count the round figure is a 54, and logistic regression accuracy is 48. Now the confusion matrix. So CM is a variable name where I pass the confusion matrix, and which we want to see the confusion y test and y predict, and print the C. So there is the 58, 38, and 55 and 49. It's a confusion matrix. Now it's look the visualization with the confusion matrix. So plt dot figure, where I am using the sns dot heat map. CM is a confusion matrix and not equal to 5. File for format is the D, and color map equal blue. PLT X level used for the predicted data, and Y level is the actual data, and PLT dot title is the confusion matrix, and PLT dot show. So this is the visualize with confusion matrix, using the confusion matrix. So this is the actual data, and this is the predicted data. 58, 49 and 55 to 38. Now next one is the testing. Test the new transaction. If I am giving the new transaction, so this is the variable name new transaction equal np dot array, where I pass the some column names like I have given transaction ID. First is the transaction ID, second is the sender UPI ID, third one is the receiver UPI ID, and fourth one is the amount, and then status. Okay, status stand for 0 and 1. So I am using the logistic regression pre equal LR is a method name dot predict, and which we want to predict new transaction, this one, and print pre. Okay, so it give the array 0 and data type equal is a int 64. Now we create the loop if pre. Okay, pre start from the index 0 equal to 1, print failed transaction, else print success transaction. So it show the success transaction because one stand from the success. Okay, so this is the project about the UPI fraud detection. Thank you.